everyone. How y'all are? I'm glad you got to see me. I guarantee. I'm just in the mood. I'm obsessed with my food, so I had to bring a little bit of Justin Wilson to the channel. Anybody else old enough to remember who he is besides Carl? I don't care. He was a great guy. I loved his stories. Um, I'm right now sitting in front of Kroger, and it's Kroger, not Kroger's Ohioans, okay? Um, Waiting for my daughter to get done so we can go home and she can make herself supper. Because quite honestly, I've my stomach's upset. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, if anything. I don't hardly eat anymore. That's my health issues. I'll talk about that later. The reason I wanted to come on here is the city of Columbus passed a few ordinances yesterday. And I thought I'd talk about the ordinances they passed and to find out what your opinions are, and I'll let you know what mine is. Opinions are like, or other bodily orifice, we all have one. So I thought I'd throw my opinion out here. The ordinances they passed is that it's illegal to sell a toy firearm to a kid within the city of Columbus. It is illegal to have a toy firearm as a kid. The parents are liable. And then there's a couple of other gun control ordinances that don't have anything to do with that. My issue, hey King of Chuck, my issue is they are punishing the wrong people. Yes, we had a situation where a boy was taken down and shot by a local police officer in a park because he had a firearm on him. It happened to be not even a high-end, a Walmart type BB gun that he was carrying around like a real firearm. In fact, I owned one for a while. That's how I got comfortable shooting. You can actually, zero them in and make them, worthy. You can take out, if the canisters are nice and full, you can actually hunt with them like squirrel or rabbit, which is a lot better than blowing a 22 hole through them. You just got, a BB hole. So there's that. But my problem is that the city has decided that it's the merchandisers and the sellers' fault that these toys exist. Now, when I grew up, when you had a toy gun. They had a big old orange tip on the end, or they were so obviously plastic, like a revolver, like the Lone Ranger's revolver. Okay, yes, I'm old. And, things of that nature. They were highly shiny silver plastic. We did have toy guns that, kind of look like the real ones, like, Red Ryder BB guns. Have one, actually. Sitting by the back door, and my daughter actually enjoys that BB gun. Not the real firearms, but the BB gun, and that's fine. That's fine. But the city is blaming the retailers for the manufacturers not making these toys look like toys, so that police officers can tell in an instant this is a toy. The BB gun that I have, the handgun one that I have, I actually took the time. It was a lot of fun, and I painted fluorescent paint all over it, so they knew it wasn't a toy. You would not paint up a firearm the way I painted up this toy, and I did it that way on purpose. I wanted it to look like a toy because that's what it is. It was a way for me to get used to carrying. It was a way for me to get used to having it on me, um, not to feel comfortable or safe, just used to the weight, because the weight's not as heavy as a real firearm. It's definitely like not the first one I had, which I no longer have. That one was a brick, and that's what I called it, was brick. Yeah, I know, King of Chuck, that became law, but if you go to Walmart and look at their BB guns, none of them have that orange tip. Now, these are all classified as toys, and it's the manufacturer who's not doing this. And they're blaming the retailers, and they will come back on the retailers that sold these toys to these kids that run around acting like they're real. And there's literally, I wish I still had the picture. I had put my Hi-Point 9 right next to the BB gun I've got. And without the paint, there was no way you could tell the difference between the two. And the only reason you could was because I painted the heck out of the BB gun. But there was no way you could tell unless you got up to the firearm and looked at the butt of the firearm and noticed, one had a BB slot and the other one actually had a magazine. I have a real problem with the city making the retailers responsible, quite honestly, for a manufacturer's issue. If they're selling them like toys, they need to be packaged and made like toys. If you're going to sell them like a personal defense or a hunting device, sorry, medicine side effect. If you're going to sell them as a device for hunting, you can't sell them like a toy, and a lot of kids have them. You need to be 18 to buy a BB gun. No, you don't. No, you don't. I've watched kids go into Walmart and buy a BB gun, a box of BBs, and a box of the propellant. Not a problem. Even the pump action Red Ryder type, not a problem. Bought them, not a problem. And there's no reason that these kids got their hands on them. Some of them, I actually looked into it as an emergency before I got my concealed carry and started teaching the class. I was looking at a long gun, a rifle that Walmart carries that, it's hard to, I can't remember the name of the ammunition. It's not a BB. You don't use a propellant, but it's not a 22 round, but it has as much impact power as a 22. It's actually marketed to be like a squirrel gun or a rabbit gun. I can't remember what it is. The reason I liked it is it literally broke down and it would fit like in the back of the wheel well of a car. I mean, once it broke down, it'd be like, it's out of the screen, but about 2.5, 3 feet long. It would break down to just the stock and then the barrel and then something else. I can't remember what it broke down to 3 pieces. And that one, I saw kids try to buy that and they couldn't because the ammo was different. The ammo actually had a small charge of black powder in it. I still consider it from time to time. because the ammo's cheaper, and I can go take that and plink out in the woods when I can't do that with my 9mm rifle. I have to go to a range for that. Well, it's not a rifle, it's a carbine, but anyhow. So how do you guys feel about that, and the ones that'll eventually watch this? So right now it's just King of Chuck and I having a party in the parking lot of Kroger. How do you guys feel about it? Do you feel like, in my situation, the city of Columbus had the right to punish retailers for selling products? Now retailers, it's bad enough that the city of Columbus and a couple of the outlying suburbs have decided to raise the smoking age. And you have to know where you live, whether you have to be 18 or 21 to buy tobacco products, which I no longer smoke. Just in case my family sees this, I quit in October. I had 5 cigarettes when I got out of the hospital. I upchucked every single one I lit up, and I decided that's it, I'm done. I mean, I was physically nauseous. So, I haven't smoked since October. I miss it every day, especially when I'm under stress. I miss it a lot. I'm talking have the money in my hand, going to walk in and buy them. I miss it. But I don't, because I don't like how sick it made me feel. But anyhow, I digress. So the city of Columbus and a few of the suburbs have raised the tobacco age. So you have to be 21. The age requirement is 18 for buying a BB gun, and a retail sells it to an underage kid, they're liable. And they've been breaking the law for a while. Because I've seen little kids do it. Look, I'm not talking little kids, I'm talking, teenagers, 13 and up. Especially around hunting season. The city of Columbus actually allows an excused absence for deer season still. All you have to do is prove that you had a deer tag, and the school the kids miss is allowed, because it's considered, it goes way back, putting food on the table. But anyhow, all right, well that means people are breaking the law and allowing the kids to buy them. And, now the city of Columbus has reiterated it. But what they're trying to do is ban BB guns, period. Okay, we did that with alcohol. It didn't go over very well. There's a time and a place for BB guns. Unfortunately, the parenting and the oversight and a few other things are lacking in our communities nowadays. Kids aren't taught to respect firearms or things shaped like firearms. I was. I too had BB guns since I was 10, but I never bought it for myself, and I didn't know the laws back then. Gotcha. It is what it is. It's just, I think it's overstepping. It's telling the retailers what they can and can't do. If they're not following the laws, the existing laws, fine, back that up. But they're trying to totally eliminate an item that's being made and is part of our economy and does have some legitimate uses. Everything from teaching early firearm safety to children, which is the big thing for me. My daughter stopped at the BB gun. She has gone to my concealed carry classes. I've taken her to the range. She's helped be a range officer and things of that. She will not fire an honest to goodness firearm. She'll shoot a BB gun all day long. A firearm intimidates her enough that she knows she doesn't want it around her, and that's fine. She has the knowledge in a pinch if she needs it. She knows the game plan if our home gets invaded. She knows what she legally can and cannot do. We've gone over it ad nauseum. She knows she's going away to college and she can't take it with her. Her campus has not decided to allow it. Some Ohio universities have. If you have your concealed carry, all you have to do is let campus security know, and you can get another permit to have the firearm with you. But the background check's even worse than the initial one, which it should be. Anyhow, I digress. I think that the city of Columbus is overstepping. Just like they overstepped, and I was upset that what state are you in, Chuck? I'm in Ohio, and my daughter's going to Capitol. Like, literally about 8 miles from our house. But she's going away to college. I told her she had to do at least 1 year on campus. Because that's my biggest regret, that I didn't go away to college. So hashtag Cap fam. But anyhow, it upset me when the city of Columbus and some of the outlying boroughs decided to raise the tobacco age, no matter your opinion on tobacco, to 21. My issue is the same issue I've always had with it. Hey, cool, California. Been there a bunch. San Diego State, awesome. Anyhow, my daughter just got out of work, so I gotta get going. Take care of each other, be good to each other, and remember, say hi. She's tired. Keep smiling. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.